What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. As always, I like to remind you guys before I get into this video that if you want to donate to this channel, if you want to contribute to this channel, if you want to show love to Too Raw for TV, you can do so in the links provided in the description box. Why do I always say this and preface this before every video? Well, I get new subscribers every day, so I just put it out there, just in case somebody wants to do that. It's not a requirement. And if you don't want to do so, that's fine, But if you want to do something like that, that's why I just put it out there. Now, we all know that Kevin Durant is now, well, not officially, because I don't think he can sign until July 6th, but he intends to sign with the Brooklyn Nets. That's going to happen. He's going to join forces with Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan and whoever else wants to come along for the ride. I've heard some rumors that Andre Iguodala would like to join them, but then I heard some rumors that he might be headed to LA, so we'll see. But this video isn't about that. It's not about the Brooklyn Nets or the impending mega team that could come to fruition in LA land, Laker land. This video is about the Golden State Warriors apparently retiring Kevin Durant's number 35. And I did a poll. I put a poll out there on my channel. And let me see. I put it out there a little over an hour ago now. I don't want to see the votes on this. Yeah, I put a poll out there. Do you agree that the Golden State Warriors should retire Kevin Durant's jersey number 35? So far, it's been 106 votes. You guys are voting overwhelmingly in support of the Warriors doing so. 73% to 27%. LM, if the Miami Heat can retire Chris Bosh's jersey, I know Golden State should retire KD's because he's the main reason they got to back-to-back with 2 MVPs in the finals. Do not 1999. Yes, he won 2 championships and 2 final MVPs. Khaled Gaddafi, absolutely, he won 2 championships for them, plus he was finals MVP twice. FP, he was going to get his jersey retired in a statue no matter what. Camille Hanaglu, hope I pronounced that correctly. Anyone says no, just take it to 2017 finals. Marcel's McKenzie, I respect the gesture, but I'm sure the Warriors management know they fucked up. And Daniel Taeyong, KD is a legend. Now, I agree with that 100%. KD is a legend. And I think Kevin Durant has a great opportunity to go down as a top 10 all-time player when everything's said and done. Definitely top 15. I don't know, man. I might just be in the minority with this, but it's not like I'm like, what are they thinking? They shouldn't retire. That's blasphemy. I'm not like that with it, but I just don't know if he played long enough, man. Three seasons to have your jersey retired? I mean, that's kind of, I don't know, man. I do get it. He had a signature shot against LeBron in 2017 that essentially won the series, hit it over LeBron. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful if you hate LeBron. If you hate LeBron, it was a beautiful fucking shot. I get it. 2 NBA championships, 3 NBA final MVPs, 2 NBA championships, 3 NBA final appearances, 2 NBA final MVPs. But at the same time, he only played 256 games via regular season for the Warriors, man. I hate to do. I mean, I don't know, man. And the Warriors, when you look at their history, right? Been looking up some stuff in the history of that franchise. They only had 5 players who had their jersey retired. Okay, 5 players. One of them was Rick Barry. The other one is Nate Thurman. The other one is Wilt Chamberlain. The other one is Al Attles. And the last one is Tom Meschery. All of these players had long, distinguished careers with the Golden State Warriors. Al Allen went on to be a great coach for the Warriors as well in the mid-1970s. Coached Rick Barry to that 1975 NBA title. So I guess this would make Durant number 6. I think I'm not certain, but I wonder if Chris Mullins' jersey was retired. I think they retired Chris Mullins' jersey too. So that list might be a little obsolete. So I think they did retire Chris Mullins' jersey. So that would make Durant number 7. But as far as Warriors is concerned, if they retire Kevin Durant's number, then I'm going to name some people that a lot of you might not know who the fuck I'm talking about. But these guys deserve some mention. I think when you talk about the history of the Warriors, all the way back when they were still the Philadelphia Warriors, I think they should consider even guys like pioneers like Joe Fulks. Helped to lead them to their inaugural championship in 1947. I think they should consider retiring Neil Johnston, won 3 consecutive scoring titles in the 1950s. I think they should consider retiring Paul Arizen's number. Probably helped to pioneer the jump shot. Won 2 league scoring titles and helped, along with Neil Johnson, to lead them to their second title in 1956. I think these are some guys that should be considered. I think even a guy like Tom Gola should be considered. You know what I'm saying? Larry Smith would be considered, but it's complicated because Larry Smith wore a jersey number that he shouldn't have been able to wear any goddamn way. All right? Um, let me finish my point, and then I'll go into that one. Now, if you retire Kevin Durant's jersey, then then the Warriors have to feel obligated to retire Stephen Curry's number when everything's said and done. You got to do it. Like they're going to do it anyway. Then you also have to retire Klay Thompson's. Okay, that has to be done. And then when you really think about it, even though I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, and you got to remember he did win Finals MVP, and he's had a much longer tenure with the team than Kevin Durant. You kind of have to consider retiring Andre Iguodala's number. He was beloved by the Warriors organization, beloved by his teammates, and he was clutch, and he was a contributing member of all those teams, predating Kevin Durant. So you have to even consider him. But getting back to Larry Smith, right? Larry Smith wore number 13. Great rebounder. But he was wearing number 13, man. And he should not have been able to wear that number. Because we all know who wore number 13 for the Warriors. Wilt Chamberlain. He wore him when he came in the league with the Philadelphia Warriors. Then they moved to San Francisco with the San Francisco Warriors. Then he was traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, who used to be the Syracuse Nationals. And but still, Wilt Chamberlain for his career averaged 30.1 points per game. Second highest scoring average in NBA history. But with the Philadelphia Warriors, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 41.5 points per game. The epic 100-point game, a rebounding Goliath, all right, came into the league, won Finals MVP and Rookie of the Year, averaging almost 38 points per game, averaging 27 rebounds per game. I mean, an absolute monster of a player. Statistically, the most dominant player in the history of the NBA. In 1961-62 alone, He had 45 50-point games in one season. In contrast, Michael Jordan, regular season and playoff combined for his entire career, had 39 career 50-point games. A distant second when you look at career. Wilt had 122 playoffs and regular season combined. But yet, the Warriors organization did not retire Wilt Chamberlain's jersey number until the very end of the 1990s, mere months after he died. And that was political posturing because they felt obligated to do so because the great Goliath had just died of a massive heart attack that October the 12th. And it was a fucked up ceremony because Wilt wasn't there. Even, I think, Kansas got it right. They retired Wilt Chamberlain while he was still alive back in, I think it was 98, But the Warriors, they should have been retired his goddamn jersey. Okay? Now, moving on to other players, I see somebody mention Chris Bosh. I never agree with that, you know what I'm saying? But look, it is what it is. But I feel like if you're going to retire Chris Bosh jersey number, then you might as well retire LeBron James jersey number for Miami. Look, he helped lead them to 4 championships in a row. No, excuse me, not 4 championships in a row. 4 NBA final appearances in a row, 2 back-to-back titles, 2 final MVPs, broke Glenn Rice's scoring record for a game, which was 56. He scored 61. I think it was against the Bobcats. Weren't they still the Bobcats back then? And, maybe they should consider, with him. Dennis Rodman. Look, he only played 3 years with Chicago. Led the league in rebounding all 3 times by massive margins. Okay. Helped them contribute. Big contributed 3 championships in a row. You can make the argument that he was possibly their best all-around defensive player by then. No, I think it was still Pippen. But he definitely was one of the spearheads as far as the defense. It was him, Pippen, Jordan, Harper, And you can make the argument that Dennis Rodman possibly had a case to have been 1996 Finals MVP. He was critical in, I think, Game 2 and Game 6 of that series. And, it took the Pistons forever to retire Dennis Rodman's jersey number. And, to even go further with this, man, Moses Malone. Moses Malone came to the Sixers in '82. Helped the league. He made them a super team. They went 65-17 during the regular season. They went 12-1 during the postseason. I don't think there was a semifinals round back then. They went 12-1 in the playoffs. The only hiccup was against the Milwaukee Bucks, a team that everybody said sucked, but and yet that was the first title for the Sixers in 16 years. They haven't won a championship since in the NBA, and that was their last championship for a long time when it pertained to the major sports in Philly. But yet, Moses Malone did not have his jersey number retired. And remember, he played 4 years with the Sixers. He didn't have his jersey number retired until this past year. Unfortunately, 3.5 years or 3 years after he died. But yet, Kevin Durant, just like that, is going to have his jersey number retired. Now, that's not the Warriors' fault that the Sixers did that, but it just goes to show you why I'm a little bit hesitant to see him get his jersey number retired this quickly. You see what I'm saying? Or the announcement. And, and you have to wonder, look, is it that the Warriors are going to hold a ceremony where they raise his number to the Raptors, and the crowd cheers and whatever, or is it just going to take his number out of circulation? no ceremony, but nobody else is going to wear that number. Well, I don't really have a problem with that one. I don't know whether Kevin Durant would want to, at this point in time, anytime soon, want to go back. And I think he feels a certain type of way about the Warriors. Because we all know what this really is. This is just posturing. You know, the Warriors know that Kevin Durant feel like they fucked up when it pertains to his Achilles. He feel like he was misdiagnosed. And this is basically an apology for that. It's an ass kissing. That's all it is. It's just simple ass kissing. All right. Um, but you know something else too. I could just expound. I'm just having different things come to my mind. Um, I'm gonna name some players that have not had their jersey numbers retired yet by the organization or organizations they've played for, and it kind of makes you wonder, man. Like what's going on with this? Kevin Garnett has not had his jersey number retired by the Timberwolves nor the Boston Celtics. Now, Kevin Garnett is the greatest Timberwolf in the history of that. He's the greatest Timberwolf. And he helped to deliver the last championship for the Boston Celtics. He, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. Speaking of Ray Allen's another guy who hasn't had his jersey number retired by any team he's played for. The Milwaukee Bucks, the Seattle Supersonics, who don't exist anymore. I guess technically that would be Oklahoma City Thunder, I guess. And he hasn't had his jersey number retired by the Boston Celtics. As a matter of fact, he doesn't have a good relation with the Celtics nor many of his teammates, especially Rajon Rondo. Another guy is Tracy McGrady. Now, how the hell is Tracy McGrady in the Hall of Fame, but he's never had his jersey number retired by neither the Orlando Magic nor the Houston Rockets? Grant Hill's another guy. He's never had his jersey number retired. I know some people feel like he might not be a Hall of Famer, but if you grew up in the 1990s and watched Grant Hill play, you know that he played 6 years with the Detroit Pistons. He was one of the greatest Detroit Pistons in the history of that franchise. And last but not least, Gary Payton. Gary Payton has not played in the NBA since 2007. Of course, Gary Payton's best years were with the Seattle Supersonics. Once again, an organization that no longer exists. But retroactively, their history belongs with the Thunder. So why haven't the Thunder retired Gary Payton's number 20? It's one thing you feel like Sean Kemp's not a Hall of Famer, but damn it, they should retire Gary Payton. That's ridiculous. That's why I feel so strongly about this, because if you're going to retire some of these guys' jerseys, you got to retire these other guys pronto. Look how long it took the Hawks to retire Pete Maravich's number. I did a video about this some years ago about some organizations that should have retired certain players' numbers. I think the Atlanta Hawks should retire Dan Roundfeld's number. He tragically passed away in an accident trying to save his wife several years ago. I think it was 2012. Dan Roundfeld number should be retired. All right? But I'm going to end this video like this because I don't want to keep going on and on. One thing that can be said about this is anybody or any people who said that the Golden State Warriors were better without Kevin Durant, like Chris Broussard bringing up stupid ass stats. Well, you look at the numbers, and without Kevin Durant, the Warriors are 31-1 when Stephen Curry plays, but Kevin Durant does not. Okay, explain this. How is it that the Warriors are about to retire his jersey, but yet you somehow allude or insinuate that the Warriors are better without a guy they begged to come join them because they couldn't win without him? I don't know. It's just whatever. Tell me what you guys think, man.